I'm going to show you the best way to create a dance menu in your Roblox game. Step by step, we're going to get dances, put them in our selection menu, and make them work, and I'll show you how to create your own dance icons. Let's do it. I'm going to start by showing you a bit about the structure of the selection menu. Here we have the main frame, with the UI aspect ratio, which is very important for ensuring the UI is compatible with any device. We also have the exit button and the menu text here. Important, in this other frame, we store all the buttons, arranged with the UI grid layout. You can configure this however you like. All you need to know is that cell padding determines the spacing between the buttons, and cell size determines their size. Also, these options here determine the alignment direction of the buttons, and these determine their position. Now, all the buttons have text and an image. And their name has to be the name of their dance. Finally, it's important that they have a UI stroke with a gradient inside, so that we can later give the buttons this effect. Now let's get started with the functionality. To do that, we're going to create a local script outside our frame. The very first thing we're going to do here is create a table in which we'll store the information about our dances. We're going to put the name of our dance here, followed by its information, that is, the animation ID of the dance and the dance's music. Be careful and make sure the table names match the button names. To fill the rest of the table, we're going to need dances and music. For dances, there are a few options. I, for example, searched for a dance pack in the toolbox for the tutorial. You'll probably find many here. I think I used one of the Fortnite dances. I think it's this one here. Now you might be wondering how to get those dances through this little guy here. Make sure it has an object called anim saves. All the animations will be stored here, but in their current state they're no use to us. We need to export the animations to Roblox. To do this, we'll open the rig in the animator, then click OK, and access all the animations. I'm looking for the default dance, so I click on it, and once I have it, I click the 3 dots and then publish to Roblox. Now I copy the ID it gives me and paste it in here. As for music, you can search in the toolbox, there's tons of it, or upload a song to Roblox from your computer. Okay, I've already filled in the table, although I've only added music to one dance, but it's enough for you to see that everything works. Let's start programming. So, we start by calling the player's service to get our player. Next, we're going to name some variables, such as the frame where we store the buttons, the character, the humanoid, and the humanoid root part. And finally, the state variables, the current animation track, the current music, and the current dance name. Next, we're going to give each dance its respective name when the game starts. We'll do this by getting all the buttons inside the layout frame and changing their label text to the button's name. Okay, now let's move on to the functions. This is important. Let's start with the function to stop the dance. You'll see why we're beginning with this one. Here we're going to check if we're currently dancing. If so, we'll stop the dance and reset the variable. And we'll do the same with the sound. We'll also reset this variable. Now we're going to play the dances using this function. It's important to set these 3 parameters, the animation, the music, and the name. This line here prevents you from starting to dance if you're moving. It's important that you include it. And this one prevents you from replaying the same dance you're already doing. Here we're going to reproduce the stop dance function. Now let's move on to the dance. We create an animation, change its ID to the dance's ID, load the animation into the humanoid, set it to loop, and play it. It's that simple. Now we end up doing the same thing with the music. And finally, we update the name variable. We're almost done. We still need to stop the dance when the player moves. We'll simply connect the player's running event to the stop dance function. And finally, as the very last step, we're going to link the dances in our table to the buttons. When we press the button, this animation and sound will play, and our code will know the name of the dance. There are problems. It's worth just trying to write well so these things don't happen to you. Okay, now it really works. Although not this dance, I guess I wrote it wrong. Although all the others do. Let's try this one that has music. Well, there it is. This is really, really cool. But we're not done yet. I'll stick around because I'm going to show you something pretty unusual. We're going to do two things. We're going to add the effect I showed you earlier, and we're going to create our own dance icons, which will really give our game a nice touch. For the effect, we're going to create another local script here and loop through all the descendants of our UI. Looking for any button. This needs to have a UI stroke. And inside the stroke, a gradient that will spin around and around. When the mouse is over the button, the stroke becomes visible and remains so continuously. While it's visible, the gradient will rotate slightly. The smaller this number, the slower it rotates. And when the mouse is no longer over the button, this effect stops automatically. Perfect. Come on, let's create our own icons. The only requirement is to have an image editing program. But even the pre-installed Paint will do. I'm going to use GIMP, which is free. Okay, I'm going to find a good shot, and then I'm going to dance. When I see a good pose, I take a screenshot with Windows, Shift, and S. Once we have one we like, we save it and open it in whatever program we have. Now we're going to pick the freehand selection tool. All image editing programs have it, so don't worry. And we're going to start selecting our character. Once we have it selected, we're going to invert the selection, and then press the delete key. Now we invert the selection again, create another layer above this one, and paint the entire selection white. And that's it. Now we can export it wherever we want, and all that's left is to open it in Roblox Studio, and finally adjust the image label a little bit. Support me if this has helped you, and don't forget to leave ideas for future videos. Until next time.